Did you know there's a simple way to make an extra $120,000 per month without spending money on ads? We're doing it right now for a consulting company in the business niche using webinars. In this video, I'll show you the 5-step system that's working today to get you more leads and sales. Step number 1 is provide consistent value. This is the foundation of any successful client acquisition strategy, especially if you sell high-ticket services. People rarely buy just off one interaction. The average sales cycle for consulting clients, 103 days. About a year ago, we implemented a weekly webinar strategy for a consulting client. We tested it for 3 months, and it generated $357,000 in revenue without any ads. Since that point, it's made over $1 million. Your first big decision to build a webinar system is deciding on your frequency. How often are you going to run webinars? If you have commitment issues, start with one. In the next section, I'll show you a really easy webinar you can run. It takes 5 minutes of prep. For most businesses, a monthly webinar is extremely manageable and effective. The next critical step is figuring out what content you're going to present. You probably have no extra time to spend on creating new content. So let me show you how easy it is to find content for your webinar. So the client I talked about earlier runs a 7-figure consulting business, and he was already maxed out. No extra time to create a new strategy or new content. But his competitors were running webinars and he understood the power of them. So he had a paid course with hundreds of modules in it, and so he leveraged that. We took 12 of the best performing course modules and just repackaged them into webinar-friendly formats. And just like that, we had 12 high-value webinars ready to go. Review your existing content. Look at all your past content. It could be keynotes, popular blog posts, YouTube videos, course modules, and then ask yourself which of these performed the best, which of these had the best response from my audience, and then make it webinar friendly. Take that existing content, reshape it into a simple webinar friendly format. And I'm going to talk about how to do this later on. If you can't find any content, don't panic. There's an easy fix. Run a live Q&A webinar. It requires zero prep. Just show up, invite your audience, and answer their questions live. I have clients that run this Q&A webinar every single month, and it consistently nurtures their leads and generates sales. And it's so easy to do, really quite effortless. Step number 3 is get people to register and show up for your webinar. I'm going to share you 2 of the highest leverage things that you could do to increase your registration rates. Let me ask you a question. Imagine you see these 2 webinars. Which of them are you more likely to click on? The first, how to grow your business with AI. The second, 7 proven AI strategies to easily grow your business. Most likely the second one, because a headline is better and it seems more valuable. By creating an attention-grabbing headline, you will get more people to register for your webinar. It's the easiest thing you could do. The second high-leverage strategy is equally as powerful. Copy. Creating high-quality copy in your emails, on your webinar registration page. If you think about it, you're asking people to spend a full hour with you. Even though your webinar is free, their time isn't. You need to clearly communicate exactly why they should attend your webinar and why it's going to be worth it for them. To make this easier, you can leverage AI to help you get started. Use this prompt to help you. Be a copywriting expert. I'm hosting a webinar on create copy I can use in my email, my social media, and my landing page. Now make sure the copy speaks to the benefits of why people in my audience should attend. Now this is a great start, but copy and pasting this will hurt your deliverability and it won't be effective. You need to add your personal touch. Write the emails as if you're speaking to one person and having a friendly conversation with them. Now that you have people registering for your webinar, let's make sure people actually stay and don't leave halfway through. Step number 4, create a great educational experience for your audience. One of the big surprises you're going to have when you run your first webinar is how much you enjoy doing them. It's one of the top things I hear from business owners and CEOs I work with. They love the engagement. They love to see their clients in the chat box. They love to get positive feedback. I think it's good for a lot of people's egos. And they love sharing value. But how do you create that kind of experience consistently? Here are 2 simple tips to make your webinars more enjoyable for you and your audience. Tip number 1 is remove the pressure. Don't put any pressure on yourself to perform or get a certain number of sales. People can feel your energy when you're desperate. And if you're doing webinars consistently and providing real value, the sales will come. The second tip is to learn from streamers. If you really want to elevate your webinar, watch a streamer. Streaming is exploding in popularity because of one simple reason: connection. Streamers are able to interact in real time with their audience, creating these real, authentic relationships, and a lot of the times the audience has a really big impact on the content. Webinars share this advantage, but most CEOs and businesses completely overlook it. If you're running a webinar without any engagement, there's no point in doing a webinar. Just record a video. Every 10 minutes, engage with your audience. Here are a couple techniques that you can use. Number one, ask a simple question. Like, did you enjoy that lesson? Did you get value out of that? You can also ask people to react. Use the reaction features in Zoom. You could run a simple poll. You can run a quiz or do a simple Q&A. Now, the first time you do this, it might feel awkward, but I promise you, this is one of the biggest advantages of doing webinars. You're live in real time with your audience. Take advantage of that feature. Let me show you an example of how we do this. So the first thing we do is we pull up the webinar slides. Then we make note of every 10-minute mark, and then we just add engagement. We might move the engagement to make sure it flows better with the curriculum and the content. I promise you, these small adjustments will make your webinar 10 times better. Now let's move on to the next step: how to get sales and drive revenue from your webinar. To give you a real example, let me show you the closing technique we use for my consulting client that's making $120,000 per month. So we're using soft closes, and here's how it works. In the last 5-10 minutes of the webinar, my client does an overview of their service, the benefits to the audience, they share a few testimonials, and they have a call to action. It's really simple and it works. So copy these 4 slides on your next webinar to get more sales. Step number 1, give an overview of your services. Number 2, share the benefits to your audience. Number 3, share any testimonials. And then number 4, have a strong call to action. A bonus tip to get more sales: call everyone that registers for your webinar, not just those that attend, but everyone that registers, and try to get them to book a longer strategy call with you. If you enjoyed those lessons, I have 17 more in this video here.